Hello, y'all. Happy June 1st. Welcome to our kickoff call. I'm so excited for this. We are launching a brand new evolution of our team, and I'm so excited for this. Traditionally, like in the past, I've been doing this business. I signed up June 15th, y'all, in 2018. It took me 2 weeks to launch my business. So my official launch date was July 2nd, but yeah, this is like my 5-year anniversary, and I'm so excited to be here. I'm so grateful for you guys who are here, and I'm super excited to truly introduce my partner in life, Jason. This is my fiance, and if you guys know our story, you know how long it's taken us to get to this point. But we're going to start really training you guys, developing you guys as a sales force together as a team. I want to tell you guys about how we met. So I was a personal trainer. I was young, I was 23, and I had been just like learning about personal training. Like I had been working at my job for about 2 years. It was after I graduated college, but I didn't really know what I was doing. And this hot guy got hired at my gym, and I was like, finally, we have a hot trainer. And we just hit it off right away. He was very experienced. He had been in the industry for like over 2 decades already. He was from New York City. He had worked with like very high up in the fitness industry in New York City, running and managing gyms and teams of trainers. And so when we met, he was like, this chick has potential. She just needs to be guided. She doesn't know how to sell things. So she needs to learn how to be a saleswoman and really sell her craft and herself. And so he took me under his wing. We used to go to lunch every day and just like talk about business. We would train, we'd be on the training floor. We really started working together as a team. We'd call it going hunting together. And we would go into the cardio room of our gym and look at the little cardio bunnies and offer free like training sessions, get them back into the training floor, work them out and make sales that way. So we'd go hunting together. He'd be like, you want to go hunting? I'm like, yes. And so we worked together really closely. And it was like within the first year that he had developed me, I became the #1 trainer of our entire gym. You guys, this is in Washington, D.C. It was a corporate chain of gyms. There was probably like at least 20 in our area. At that time, I was only, so there were like levels of trainers. I was an elite level trainer. I wasn't even the master level trainer. And there were dudes that had worked at the master level for years and years and years, always came in the top 5. And I beat them out as a female, young woman, just learning this, became the #1 trainer of the entire company. The first female to ever
be #1.
To ever sell over 100K worth of training, and the first female ever to be #1. So all that to say, this man knows what he's doing. Like I would not be who I am today without him. And I'm so proud to be able to share him with you guys. I have worked hard to keep him alive so that he can leave a legacy. And we're going to start doing that now. And so he's going to really work with you guys and teach you. This is very much a family affair, if you can't tell. Our dogs are like at our feet fighting. So he's going to help train you guys and help make you more confident and help hold you accountable, because I think we can all use that. I know I can. And we're really going to up our level as a sales force. I have the vision for the Shift Society that we are a team that wins. I want us to rival the Miami team, y'all. Like it is time for us to rival the Miami team. And there's no reason why we shouldn't. Like it's time for us to claim our stakes in Monet, to make a name for ourselves. Don't tempt me, right? And I'm like, let's build some momentum. Let's get some confidence. Let's get some freaking team wins. Let's see y'all making more money. Like I so badly want y'all to be making more money right now. And the only way to do that is to become more confident in your sales, right? So I'm so excited. You ready, baby?
Yeah.
We've got notes, we've got worksheets, like we're ready to roll. I hope you guys, Jay is going to drop some bombs. If you have kids, probably put earmuffs on. I never know what's about to come out of this man's mouth. So let's do this.
Holy cow.
You want to see everyone, don't
you?
Yeah, he does not like being pinned.
Let's see who we have here. I want to see some faces and names. What's up, ladies? How is everyone? Thank you guys for spending this time with us. And thank you for letting me be a part of this. And some of you know me, some of you don't. What I'm going to do is just talk a little bit about my coming ups in the sales world and a little bit where I'm from. So I come from a very poor family from New York City. We were on welfare and food stamps. We did not have a lot, and the choices were go to work, keep your nose clean, work hard, work 2 jobs, better yourself through, we didn't have technology, we didn't have the internet. Like, I remember having to go and get like the Wednesday newspaper because it had the new jobs in them, right? And so I come from a different time. I didn't have these things, where you could make $250,000, sitting at your desk, picking your nose, just kind of like hanging out, right? So my start was very young, and I knew that I can control what I made by what I sold. And I liked the idea of selling, because if I failed because I failed. There wasn't an excuse. So the accountability factor is there. So we're going to talk about that a little bit later. And I went from selling small things, and my first job was selling big things in real estate. And I was the youngest person to sell a building in this company. Like, hadn't been done before. Someone with 1 year experience had never come in, found the building, got a listing, and got it sold. And that was just because I was hungry and I looked at the big number, right? I saw this huge commission number, and I had this thought. I was like, fuck, that's for me. You know what I mean? Like, if I could make 40,000, why would I want to make 400, right? But I knew that I needed a bunch of the small 400s to keep myself going to the 40, right? So I was motivated at a very, young age into sales, and that tenacity proved to be beneficial when I went after a big sale. I had all my cuts and bruises. I had all my thick skin from the rejection. And then from real estate, I met a bunch of people at my, I went to a gym that was a little more upscale, and I became friends with the management team. And so I was hanging out with them just as a member. And I started dating one of the trainers, and my friends were in upper management, and they would say to me, hey, why don't you teach her how to sell? And I'm like, you're going to fuck up my relationship. Like, my job isn't to teach my girlfriend how to sell your personal training. That's your job. Right. And I was like, the last thing I'm going to do here is mess up my nice cushy gig by starting to boss her around. But anyway, she was a great trainer, not a great salesperson. And it just got kind of to the point where she, had missed her goal X amount of months. I went into the gym that weekend and sold like $13,000 worth of personal training. So, which had been unheard of. Nobody had sold 13K in training on like a day and a half on the weekend. So this is how I got into personal training. Monday came, all the managers came to me when I was working out, and they're like, come to the office. And they're like, what did you do this weekend? And I'm like, I didn't do anything. And they're like, she's never sold 13K in a month, never mind a weekend. What did you do? We want to know, because we want to offer you a job. And I was like, well, I don't know shit about personal training. Like, I would need to get certified. I would need to learn a whole new craft. And I just found it really challenging, actually. I had so much fun selling personal training, not being a personal trainer. It just, the hunt just, it moved me. Like, I was just like, fuck, like, who can we sell 20 sessions to next? Like, before I was filling out their contract, I was looking for the next person, right? So that's how I got started in personal training. And then with that company, I said, if you want me to stop doing my job and come work for you, I made all these really crazy demands. And sure enough, they met the demands. But then I had to step up and make the sales. And they put me through like a very rigorous sales training. And the sales training that they put me through was more how to handle rejection and not let it seep through into your core, right? Because there's a psychology to selling, right? And with the rejection, we as human beings have a hard time compartmentalizing the rejection factor. It bleeds into other parts of our life. And so if we can start to compartmentalize the rejections and not let it affect us, we can be better, and we can really kind of start to focus on what we're good at, improving in sales, not getting beat down by like people who just don't want to be successful. Hey, listen, I can't, my wish is for everyone here to drive a Cadillac. My wish is for everyone here in 2 years, when interest rates come back down, you guys are poised to buy homes. I want to take you guys everywhere that we have been in this company.
Tell them about feeling responsible for your people's paychecks and your trainers.
Okay, so when one of the outrageous things that I threw up there, and I don't even know why the fuck I did, because what do I know about management, right? I hadn't been in management yet, but I said, hey, I want to be a manager within a year, right? It's a challenge. Well, when I got to the management position, they put me through the manager's training course, and that was even more brutal. And so it was my job to make sure the trainers that worked for me ate. It was important that I did what I needed to do to help my trainers pay their rent, put food on the table. If my trainers weren't saving money, then I wasn't being a good manager. Period. Right? So it was important for me to take everything that was put inside me to put inside of them. It was important for me to show them how to seek out education, how to seek out betterment, how to seek out personal growth, right? And utilize it in a way that's going to be good for their craft. And so that's what I'm hoping over the next 2 quarters, right? Because I'm going to be with you guys for the rest of the year. Rest of the year. We're going to have wins. We're going to have, tough love. We're going to, some of you guys are going to hate me by the end of this. Some of you guys are going to love me. Some of you guys are going to go from hating me to loving me. But we're not going to fuck around. This is going to be no bullshit. In order for us to be successful, we have to now push ourselves. And so what I want to start to do is introduce an accountability culture, right? And so what that means is, if you are in the same place you were a year ago, this is for you. If you're in the same place that you were 2 years ago, this is really for you. If you're new with the company and you're on an uprise, this is for you, because the accountability is going to keep you from these peaks and these valleys. Some of you have had good runs and then you've been in the toilet. How much of that time in the toilet is self-inflicted? How much of that time is self-inflicted because we did not hold ourselves accountable? We went on a free-for-all. We were disorganized. And so now your money goes from here to here. You're demotivated, right? And we all know what that feels like. No one rides this cloud 9 forever. That cloud comes down for everybody. It has for me multiple times in my life. It was how I got back up off the floor that made the difference in my success. And that's what we're going to bring to the table. And every win I've ever had in any job has always come from accountability. So we're going to start using this monthly success plan. Now, the thing about this monthly success plan, it seems like a stupid piece of paper, right? It's like, it's this fucking PDF. What's this? God damn it, I got to write something, blah, 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 right? Let me tell you why it's important. If you put your monthly goals up here and you tape it in a place that you can see, when you're picking your nose and smelling your farts, doing nothing, you are looking at your wonderful plan, not in action, right? So you can go from sitting on the table, eating bonbons, to, holy shit, I have a monthly plan. Let me get up. Let me hold myself accountable. Let me see what I'm supposed to be doing today. Let me see what I'm supposed to be doing today so that my week 1 is successful, to build momentum to 2 to 4. So now whatever numbers I put on the bottom here reflect the closest to hitting my goal as possible, right? So I really want us to start to utilize this because it creates a behavioral pattern, right? Some of us who are sitting in the bottom right now, some of us who are stagnant, and I get it. Listen, times have been hard. It's easy to point a finger. It's easy to, blame something else. It's hard to get remotivated, but accountability is really the only way to do that. This is a tool for success. So it has to be viewed as like what it is, a tool for success, not an annoyance. How we perceive things is going to directly correlate to how we interact with them. And if you perceive this as your roadmap to success for the month, then that's what it's going to be. If you perceive it for some reason in your mind to be a pain in the ass, well, guess what? You now have no accountability. You now have no plan. You now have more boogers to pick and more farts to smell. And last time I checked, neither one of those things paid the bills.
You have such a way with words, babe.
I'm a fucking poet. I'm a poet. God damn it. All right. So what I want you guys to do when you're done with your training, I want you to go and I want you to go to bed. I want you guys to get a good night's rest, sleep, because rest is so critical for the mind. You cannot succeed if you are tired. You cannot succeed if you are fuzzy. You cannot manage your emotions if you are tired. Every perceived little thing is blown out. Get a good night's rest. Wake up in the morning, set your goal for the month, and then break it down micro. Your goal for the month is your macro number, right? What do I want to make this month? And then we're going to talk about how to play with making the quarters, right? It's 4 quarters in a year, every 3 months. We're going to talk about making those quarters successful. We're not talking about a fast fix. Some of you are going to rise to the top. Some of you are going to take this shit and you're going to be fucking motivated. Your money's going to double. Some of it's going to trickle. I like that. Who's pointing ourselves? Jess, good girl, Jess. I love to see the enthusiasm. Melina, where are my Greek girls at? Where are my Greek girls at? Put those cameras on. I want to see some Mykonoses and some what's that Greek goddess? Athena. Where are my Greek girls at?
There's a lot of Greek goddesses.
We got one that clicked in, 2 clicked in. There we go. There we go. There goes the ladies from the Greek Isles. All right. So
Eleni's on here. We got an Eleni.
there we go. I love it.
Helen of Troy. Remember that?
Yeah, I do. I've seen that movie a bunch of times and read the book. I must have watched 30 documentaries on that. It's an epic time thing. I'm a history nerd. All right. So you guys are gonna get a good night's sleep. When you wake up tomorrow, you're gonna sit down.
Australia too.
Australia in the house. Who's from Australia? Christy, where are you at, Christy?
She's
Oh, hey now, Christy. I was hanging out in Australia for a month. I decided that through my sales, I did really well one year, worked my ass off, and I said, I'm going to take a month off and I'm going to do something I never thought I'd do before. And I got on a plane for 24 fucking hours. And I went to the other side of the world and I hung out for a month. And I did nothing but drink rum and beer at 10 o'clock. What do you guys call those things in Australia? Little schooners, those little $2, She knows those little $2 cups of, and then the Australian guy uniform with those little fucking dicky shorts and the black boots. She knows. Look at her. She knows. She's laughing. Her cousins look like I just said. Anyway, back to this. It's easy to get distracted. All right. Tomorrow morning, you're going to fill this out, but fill it out realistically. Like so this is the thing, right? This is the thing. When we set goals for ourselves, we can set lofty goals, but you better understand, if you're going to be brave, you have to act bravely every day. You can't set a lofty goal because you're feeling yourself for that moment and then all of a sudden not carry that same energy the next day. That's not what we're talking about here. So whoever sets a lofty goal, I'm going to hold you to that. You're going to walk that walk. The whole fucking month, I am going to chase you down. So set goals that you know are challenging, but you can be successful at, right? Don't take the easy way. Challenge yourself and then break it down micro. How many reels do I need to do? How much engagement do I need to have? How many DMs do I need to do? How much advertisement of curly hair, straight hair? What's that when you guys don't want to wash your hair? Dry shampoo, right? Facial stuff. How many different varieties of products and videos do I need to make so that the people that are watching me are seeing this plethora of different ways to make yourself feel healthy, be beautiful, non-toxic, the whole 9 yards. And then you need to think about how many videos and reels that you're going to make that solicit new business. What do you call it? Market partners, right? Now, let me tell you something about the market partner. Closed mouths do not get fed. You've heard that before. It's not science. It's not even difficult. It's not original. But sometimes the simple truth works. So if you're not asking for market partners, if you're not saying to your noticeable VIPs, if you're not seeing that DM that this person might be interested in more money, right? Stalk somebody's page. If they look like a brokester, show up in their DMs. Don't wait for them to come to you, right? Go look and see who's watching you that you think you could add to their lifestyle by offering them the opportunity to work with you, right? Don't just wait for people to be in your DMs. Go hunting. Go hunting. Somebody likes your shit, go look at their page. See what they do. See how they walk. See how they move. See if they're a VIP or they're a potential market partner. Start to get involved in a way that's a little more than the surface interaction. Start to be cunning, start to plan, right? Because at the end of the day, this is the truth about this business. You will see how many women in one day walk into a Sephora, buy that shit, right? But Sephora took the time to brand themselves. They took the time to make themselves visible, right? And then Sephora became what it is. You guys need to take the time to brand yourselves, right? If you're not making the reels, if you're not doing this plan, if you're not putting it in your stories, if you're not stalking fucking DMs, right? If you're not asking, you're not going to eat, period. We need you to be brave. I want to create terrorists. I want to create savages. I want to create fucking terminators. You show up on my page, you're going to buy something. You show up on my page twice, you're going to fucking work for me. That's your mentality. Woo, and if it's not your mentality, you have to the end of this quarter to make it your mentality, right? I want to talk about self-awareness, right? What do you guys know? I'm gonna share something vulnerable about myself because I want you to then be honest and vulnerable with me. I just had my 4th year anniversary of the motorcycle accident. I honestly thought through all my hard work, look at that tricep, look at that bicep, look at that. Look, fucking animal. I thought through all my hard work by my 4th year that I would not be in this condition. I thought I would have licked being disabled. Well, the reality is I'm still disabled. Now, I wanted to create a social media platform, and I said, I'm going to do it this month. I'm going to do it this month. I'm going to do it this month. And I kicked the can down the road. I was fucking procrastinating. I didn't believe in myself. I knew I had the right tone. I knew I had the right look. I knew I did enough hard work. I knew I had all the components, but couldn't go forward because in my mind, I was not going to be disabled. So now I have to come to some type of resolution with, I'm in this fight for another year, but I'm not waiting a fucking another year to start my channel. The same way I'm giving you guys this challenge, the same way you're working with us quarterly, the same way we're going to fucking build this team, I'm going to show you that I'm going to hold myself accountable to my social media. You will be seeing Mel and I on a new page, a different page. We're going to be sharing our experiences, our life in a different way. And we're going to be sharing the life. And I'm no longer going to hide my disability. I'm going to lean into it and I'm going to share it because I want other people who are not in the best condition or experiencing setbacks to be motivated to push through. And so I'm going to ask you guys, who here is in the same place they were 2 years ago? Who? Anybody? Kind of you? Who else? You, that a girl. I love the honesty. Who else? All right, beautiful. Now we're getting some. Good. Hey, Emmy, baby, what's up? Yeah, right. So thank you for being honest. This, like, we have to break this shit. If you are in the same place 2 years ago, you're not taking this serious. You're not thinking the way you need to be thinking. And the idea of these meetings is going to be to reshape your thought process, right? And we can only reshape our thought process if we put ourselves on blast in this group, in this community, so that we can hold each other accountable, right? It's a little different when you show up, you know, fucking once every 3 months, once every 6 months, once every whatever. You cannot hide behind your laziness twice a month. So at some point in the quarter, when you're showing up without this filled out, without any small little ticks, you're going to really see that it's yourself and that you're making excuses for yourself. And hopefully in this new sales-driven community, because we are salesmen, we are our brand. If we are not taking care of ourselves, we are not eating. If we are not branding ourselves, we are not eating. If we are not asking, we are not eating. If we are not producing, we are not eating. There's a difference between living and surviving. And when I say, I want every single one of you to be in a white Cadillac, that is exactly what I mean. I want everyone that's supposed to be in the Bahamas to be in the Bahamas. I want whoever can't make the Bahamas to make the next Mexico or the next Vegas. This company, I can tell you from experience, is very good to the people who work it. We are an example of that. No one loses the head of the house in a motorcycle accident, loses his job, loses his income, loses everything. She quits her job. If our story isn't proof that this Monat thing is real,
He doesn't even say it.
I got a fucking ceiling fan in a house that this company bought. I got a white Cadillac parked out there. I'm going to the Bahamas. This is real. And so how do we get you guys to now start to get in the game, right? Who's new in the company on a forward trajectory? Who's experiencing some success right now? Anybody?
Is Andrea on? Andrea just hit MMB. The top 4% of the whole company.
Oh,
And
really?
she's in her first couple months.
Right?
Mhm.
So how do we keep that momentum going, right? You set goals, you enact the goals that you set. The same person who's stagnant is going to succeed by doing the same thing that the person who is succeeding, that wants to stay succeeding, right? It's accountability. It's putting your stuff forward. It's looking at yourself. If you're sitting down, if you're doing nothing, just really ask yourself out loud, talk to yourself, look crazy, who cares, right? Ask yourself, why am I sitting down? Why am I doing anything? And then answer that question. But answer that question and write it down so that you can look at the bullshit you tell yourself. And then you can look in the mirror and you could say, am I this bullshit? Because I must be. Because I'm not doing anything and I could be doing something, right? So hold yourselves accountable. You have 24 girls here. There's another fucking 2,000 on the team. Find who you like. Connect. Don't just wait for the phone calls. Show up to the calls. I want you guys to show up to every call, because every call we're going to do something a little bit different. We're going to talk about, sometimes we're just going to pat each other on the back. Sometimes we're just going to feel the support. Sometimes we're just going to feel the love. The idea is to elevate the mood, right?
Jamie said that, I won't lie, that was me before the call.
What?
And Jess said, me too, girl. Just feeling the bullshit version.
Yeah.
Am I the bullshit?
Yeah, right? But the good thing is, this is the beautiful thing about breathing, right? You can make a choice to tomorrow to do better. It's a choice. It literally is a choice. So if you don't like the answer that you gave yourself, make sure you're not doing what's on that paper tomorrow, right? Go out, make a fucking reel. Listen, go on to TikTok and follow some curly-haired girl and go make yourself a curly-haired girl. You don't even have to be original. I'm not asking anybody to be a fucking Picasso here, to be like the next Beethoven prodigy. If you're a prodigy, beautiful. Hit me up in the DMs. I want to be a prodigy too. But if you're lacking in motivation, if you're lacking in creativity, because you're having a hard time getting started, go to fucking TikTok and put in hair. And then steal someone's idea. And then put it out, right? Paint yourself up, beat your face, fucking scrub, oil. I don't know what you guys do. Do it in the video, get the reel up, right? Building successful behavior is what we need to do now. We have been creating a behavior for ourselves that is not the most productive. If you have been here for 2 years and there's not a Cadillac in your driveway, we need to talk. I'll give you my phone number. I need you to be on Cadillac track, period. How do we do that? How do we get you guys a car allowance, right? So
our car allowance is $750 a month, y'all. Like,
listen, if you
$750 a month,
if you work
get in the Caddy Club. That's free money.
If you work that Caddy Club, let me tell you about the Caddy Club. I happen to be really good at negotiating because I'm really good at sales. So I got the caddy.
Car dealership is just like, oh my
I got
God.
the caddy really cheap. I beat the guy up for the caddy. The $750 pays for the fucking caddy and pays for half of my car. Ugh. Caddy money is not just caddy money. It's caddy and Honda. It's caddy and Kia. It's caddy and whatever the fuck other car you got in your house that still has a payment on it, right? So if you're not in the caddy club, it's a benefit, right? To start heading in that direction. With all these little successes, you are building momentum. You are creating new behavior. That new behavior, that new momentum is going to carry you out of where you're at, or it's going to propel you to further success. I love what the Greek girls are doing. Melina's on fucking fire. Listen, I'm gonna fly to Vegas just so I can touch that bitch, so that some of that shit can rub off on me, because she's on fire. She is on fire, right?
No,
Listen,
buy
I
you
want
dinner.
that a girl. I want that to be infectious. I want what we do now. I want our accountability to be infectious. If you are in the same place that you were a year ago, now is your time to say, I'm going to stop the bullshits, right? Or you can keep doing what you're doing. You're going to keep getting what you're getting. You've heard that shit before. I don't need to fucking be original on that one, right? Because that's just a fact of life, right? The idea here is to elevate your psyche, is to elevate your spirit, is to elevate and motivate you to get out of wherever the fuck you're at and where you need to be. So have a vision of where you want to end the quarter at, because what we're going to do is chip away at the quarter monthly, week by week, month by month. We are going to have our quarterly success.
You talk about the culture of MMBs and getting everyone to the top 4%. So for example, so we're going to talk about MMB a lot, y'all, because if you're here, you want to be making money. If you want to be making money, you absolutely need to get yourselves to MMB so that you're getting those comma paychecks, because that shit adds up fast.
Yeah.
And so we really want to create that culture of, we are a team of MMBs. We are a team of the top 4%. It's what we do. We hit MMB. It's what we do.
Yeah.
No big deal. We hit MMB. Yeah. So we want to help you all get there. So that's why we had you print out this MMB map. Again, one of those, what did he call it? Stupid
PDFs, this fucking PDF.
Jamie showing her map. Yeah, we got him. So good. So we want to help you guys get to MMB.
This is an actual roadmap to success, right? This is your roadmap. All you have to do is figure out how you're going to get there and then stick to that plan, right? If you're not showing up, you're not reaching out, you're not obviously going to get anything. You got to cast your net, right? You got to utilize this path, right? How many market partners do I need? How many VIPs do I need? Know what you need. If you don't know what you need, let me just ask you a question. Has anybody ever gotten to their car, blindfolded them fucking selves and put the key in and turn on the ignition? No, you've never done it, because you're going to crash and burn and it's fucking stupid, right? So this is a roadmap. Let it direct where you're going. Know what you need. I need X amount of market partners. You know you're grilling for the market partner. I know I need personal volume. You're on TikTok. Now you got curly hair. Now you got straight hair. Now you got wavy hair. Now you got pulled back hair. Now you got fucking dry shampoo hair. Now you got oil on your face. Whatever you got to do, that's what you need to do. Fill in the blanks. Know what you need. Don't walk around blind and think you're going to find your way out of the maze. Don't make this harder for yourselves than it needs to be. Utilize the tools and direction, okay? What we're hoping this does is change the culture, change the mindset. We, as a team, have had our peaks, our valleys, our stagnant points. A lot of what we do is played out publicly for you guys to see, right? We have shared our lives with you. We put ourselves on blast. We will continue to do it. We will continue to share our failures, but mostly what we want to do is have successes. And getting all of you guys unblindfolded is going to be part of our success. Because if you guys fail, that means I failed.
And he's not a failure, y'all.
That's why I said some of you people are going to fucking hate me, because I'm going to be in your ass. All right. And then if you want to be that girl that doesn't pick up the fucking phone to Zoom in twice a month because you can't stand to look at your own failure, guess what? I'm going to fucking email you. I'm going to DM you. I'm going to be like, yo, I didn't see you in the thing. Why not? You can't hide. You might as well click out of fucking social media, right? Sign out.
He's not lying, guys.
Because there's no bigger master troll than me. I get up in the morning to offend people online. Don't make me come for you. Show up to these things, show up enthusiastic, show up so that you can tell your partner what you've done. You can share with the girl in the square next to you what you have done, right? Proudly, right? And we're not saying, listen, I want everybody to go in the car and break that thing that's the speed limit. I want us to go from 0 to 100. I want fucking speeding tickets. I want felonies. I want the police chasing me. I want us to move that fast. But I know it's not realistic, right? For some of us, it's not realistic. So for the people that are struggling, non-motivated, check into the calls. You will gradually feel better. You will feel supported. You will love when you show up and your paperwork is filled out and you get to say that you are not the girl. Listen, it's back to fucking grade school. Who didn't do their homework? Nah, right? Now you're the person in the room that didn't do their fucking homework. Like, don't be that girl. Don't be that guy. Do your homework. Show up. Let's be enthusiastic. But remember, we're doing this to change behavior. And I know this because I just spent the last 2 years in a psychology course because I needed to understand how the brain works, right? I love history. I love studying war. I love studying the generals. For me, it's how does the brain work? And I wanted to get a degree in psychology so that I could take, it's going to sound terrible, but my sales force to the next level by understanding their own behavior, but making them, when you understand your own behavior and you understand how to change your behavior, then guess what you learn how to do? You learn how to lead. Because hopefully everybody in here is going to have a team, right? That's the goal. You think L'Oreal or Sephora or somebody said, oh, I got 10 people, that's enough, right? There's no such word as enough. The Miami team has proven that there's a market for this, right? Our successes are big to some, but minuscule to others. But what's important is our successes are important to us. And the behavior that we create for ourselves needs to always be in a winning trajectory. And now with these new goals, our winning depends on your winning. So we are now going to be invested in you guys and your success in a way that was not done before. And it's going to come through hugs and kisses and nasty fucking DMs and terrorizing you. And like, listen, I will call you at 5 a.m. I get up at 4:45. I will call you at 5 a.m. and I will say, hey, I didn't see you last night. You must be busy doing this shit, right? So change the mindset, change the culture. If you are the girl who's been in the same place that they were last year, go to sleep tonight, have beautiful dreams of changing your behavior. I am going to do this and fill this out. I am going to understand how many people I need. I am then going to sit down with my pretty little pink pen, right? Because pink is the new blue, right? And I'm going to write down how many videos I need to do, how many reels I need to do. What do I need to do on my stories, right? And if you're feeling flat one day, if you're feeling particularly flat one day and you just don't have it, don't force it, right? Because then it's going to look like shit. Give yourself the grace, right? I don't want to push you guys to where you don't understand or you get mad at yourselves because you're not performing. Sometimes we wake up and we don't have it, right? And the beautiful thing about this business is you can give yourself a day grace, right? If you're showing up to a 9 to 5, you can't walk into that fucking slave driving 9 to 5 job and say you don't have it, because they don't want to hear that shit, right? You gotta be what you gotta be. But if you take a day off to recenter yourself, then recenter yourself,
You'll come back stronger.
right?
Yeah.
Sleep a little bit more. Eat something healthy. Think about what you're going to do tomorrow. Maybe shut your mind off. Maybe shut your phone off. If you're burned out, understand when that is and go rest. And then come back and do what you committed to yourself that you're going to do. Now, at the end of the day, this is a community, and the community as a whole, we all want you to succeed. This is all for your success. Now, if you are completely stuck, don't know where to go, and you feel embarrassed about it, I mean it when I say, reach out to her. You and I will get on the phone and we will talk about what you're going through, because every problem has a solution. That's a fact, right? And if it's financial, good, because we got the cure right here, right? If it's emotional, let's find out what it is. Let's reset your gauge. You guys are going to have to learn how to put your bullshit meter splatters up, right? To block out the bullshit. Because if you're taking in stuff that's too unhealthy, that's draining you, find out who the vampires in your life, have a conversation with them, give them a kiss on the forehead, tell them to fuck off, because you're busy for the next quarter, right? Identify the unhealthy things in your life and remove them for a quarter so that you can see that you can shine and you can be better, right? If you have a partner that doesn't really understand what you're doing, sit them down, have a conversation with them, make them understand this, and ask for their support. Involve them in your journey, right? Have them hold the camera, have them be a part of it. Because you guys, whoever wins here wins for their family. Whoever wins here pays the bills. Whoever wins here puts money in the bank. Whoever wins here gets out of debt, right? So involve your partner. Ask them for their help. Figure out how they can help you and put them to work. Because this Monat thing is a family thing, right? Because
There's Steven and Amber, and there's Jesse.
Yo, Steven, what up, G?
And Jesse and Emmy.
How's your back?
We can do this at a different time.
All right. Good.
You could keep going. You were supposed to be on for 15 minutes.
Oh, shit. All right, guys, I went over. Man, I could talk forever. Jesus. All right, listen, I kept you guys too long. I'm going to get out of here. Fill this out. Understand our path. This is what we're doing. We're working quarterly. This is the third quarter, June 1 kickoff, third quarter. We're going to reconvene whenever she tells you, right? But you guys are going to set your goals for the month. Set your goals for the month. Our next phone call, you're gonna put yourself on blast. But also, when you give us your goals, also tell us how you're gonna get there. Don't just say, my goal is $24,000, and not know how you're gonna get to $24,000. That's not what we're doing. Have your goal and know how you're gonna get there. All right?
I'm not kicking you off. We're gonna postpone our first Todd call to next Thursday because I want to respect their time. I'm not taking 2 hours of their time.
Oh shit, I've been talking for an hour?
Yes, honey.
Oh my God. Hey, listen, Jason's signing off.
Wait. Let's open it up for questions. Do y'all have any questions for Jay?
Oh, you want to do a Q&A?
Yeah, we've got 5 minutes.
Right.
How do you guys feel? Let us know in the comments. Does this hype you up? Are you excited as we are? We want a team of successful people building businesses with money. Like we just want to see y'all win.
We've proven it can be done. And the beautiful thing about what we did it at our lowest point in life, right? So if you don't have a spouse with an eye hanging out and is dying, you can do this. If you don't have a spouse whose limbs are in casts and have metals coming out of their body, you can do this, right? If you don't have a spouse that's trying to die, you can do this. So whoever's in the same place, let's dig you out. Whoever's on the rise, let's keep you moving forward. If you guys have any questions about how to get unstuck and you want to chat on a personal, off the grid level, I am happy to spend some personal time with everyone who wants it. I am Ed Milet, David Goggins, Jordan Peterson, and Jason motherfucking Carden all wrapped up into one. There's not a problem we can't make right. There's nothing that we can't fix. We have to make the commitments to ourselves to finally take advantage of everything we have coming to ourselves. Let's not leave money and food on the table. Let's get it all in.
Heck yeah.
All right, I'm gonna sign off. She'll walk you guys out the door. Love you all.
Thanks, baby.
See you soon.
Woo, how do you guys feel? I saw so many people say I needed this. I did too. I am so excited to bring his energy to the team. His just like everything, just like woo, fires me up. Do you guys have any questions? So we're gonna do call. So we were gonna do our Todd Duncan call tonight. I'm super excited for this, and let me tell you guys why. His energy is fire. He's nonstop all day, every day. Love the man to pieces, but wow, he can keep me busy. So I'll tell you. So I started my career as a personal trainer. I told you guys I worked my way up to number one. I started my career as a nurse. I went to 1 year nursing school, like wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. You're not a nurse. Bam, you're a nurse. And I worked my way up to being a charge nurse of a super busy ICU. I was the youngest rapid response nurse of a really busy hospital in Washington, DC. And I tell you guys that because I know how to get to the top of things. Like it's what I do. I just know how to win. I know how to succeed. Whatever I'm doing, I just make sure that I'm the best at. And so I feel like I'm 5 years in, but I feel like I'm starting my Monat career now. This is the first time that I've had my energy able to focus fully on building a business here. 5 years in, and I obviously have a lot of success, but like I'm starting a new chapter of my Monat career. I'm like entering my Monat girl era, and I'm super excited about it. And so I want us to like really feel connected as a team in this. I really want us. I had a call with my regional a couple of days ago. And I'm very excited because she offered to do a team call for us on Monday. So Monday, the 5th, we're going to hear from Stacia. She's amazing. And I told her, I was like, I'm about to be the squeakiest wheel that you've had. I'm like, I want to plug in. It's like squeaky wheel season. I want to plug into corporate. I want to plug in. I want us to be successful. I want us to get wins. I want us to feel super connected as a team. And so we have so many tools. Y'all, like, do you even know how many tools we actually have here at Monat? Because they invested in training for us. I've been trained by John Maxwell for years. I've been trained by Todd Duncan for years. This is unbelievable. Like no other business offers this. I was at a summer pop-up a couple of weeks ago, and one of the girls was a brand new market partner. I think I told this on a call one time, but she's a brand new market partner. She's like, can I follow you on Instagram? Like, I really just want to learn how to be successful. She's like, I joined Monat because I want to be a businesswoman, but I couldn't afford to go to school to learn about business. I couldn't afford to spend thousands of dollars on courses to learn about how to be a businesswoman, but I could afford $200 worth of products and learn how to be a businesswoman with all the freaking tools that Monat provides. So we really want to plug in, use those tools, and then pass them down. So if you don't know, Monat offers a Todd Duncan training for all AMMs. They used to have it as just executive director. So that's a huge difference, y'all. AMM, MM, MMM, AED, ED. So it used to be all EDs had access to Todd Duncan trainings. Now, when you hit AMM, you're literally mentored by him every month. So yes, Jess is in there, Jackie's in there, and Melina is our newest AMM. She's going to have access now. Oh, and Caitlin too is our MM. So yeah, blows my mind every single call. Like y'all are like, whew, it's so good. I'm just going to what I was going to train on tonight, we'll train on next week, but Todd Duncan Entrepreneur Series, month 1, why being an entrepreneur is so important. It takes our business and our life to the next level. I'm a first generation entrepreneur. Can anyone relate with that? I was talking with Caitlin, and Caitlin comes from families of entrepreneurs. That wasn't my story. Every single woman in my family was either a nurse or a teacher. Every single man in my family pretty much was some type of engineer. So this is the first person to go against the grain and start something for my life. And I'm so passionate about being an entrepreneur, because not being an entrepreneur sucks. Like, it sucks to live your life for someone else's time and making someone else's dollars. Like, I want you guys to be in control of your lives. And the only way to do that is becoming an entrepreneur, having a successful business here with Monat. This is the easiest way to become an entrepreneur. I never could have had this lifestyle without this business, truly. Like, I wasn't going to know how to be a businesswoman right off the bat, you know? So you can collapse timelines here. You can shift the trajectory of your future faster here than anywhere else. And so he says, how powerful is the word freedom? Being free from the chains of having to do something differently for income that you don't want to do. With Monat, when income accumulates long enough and fast enough, you reach a freedom point. The job of a leader is to help people do the same. That is what I'm stepping into now, y'all. And I could sob just like thinking about y'all having this level of freedom in your lives. Like, please work hard for this. Like, it's so worth it. Like, the last 5 years have been the hardest of my life, but I would do it over and over and over and over again to be able to spend our days like this. Truly. God, I didn't know I was going to get this emotional, but I want this for you guys so badly. Obviously. And so we're going to show up. Please show up for these calls. Like, please know that we're pouring our hearts into this team so that you guys can have freedom.
Their stuff ready for the next meeting.
He wants you guys to have your stuff ready for the next meeting. On the 15th. We're doing the 1st and the 15th with Jay.
Your goals and how you're going to get there.
Your goals and how you're going to get there. He wants to know. That's your homework. Yeah. He said, and stop crying, damn it. Yes, sir. Okay, so we're in the business to make money, the byproduct of the value that you add. And so his whole goal, Todd Duncan, is to help. He wants us to make more money in less time with less stress. Amen to that. So that's what we're going to be really focusing on as a team. Please show up for these calls. Please tell the people who aren't on these calls that they need to be on. Like, we're here providing value to help you guys win. And we both get energized by people. Like, we want to feel you guys plugged in, connected, and like we're making an impact, like we're making a difference. Yeah. More money, less time, less stress. All right. I don't want to keep you all forever. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you're excited about the future of this team and what we're going to create here and all the fun that we're going to have while we do it. I love you all so much. Thank you for being here. And we will see you. So we're going to have a workshop on Saturday morning. So I'll explain. Our workshops are Saturday morning. What time is it, Caitlin? Caitlin will tell me what time it is. 10 a.m. Eastern, Saturday morning. So plug in. It's going to be a work session. Caitlin does such a good job about like giving people actually like how to do the work. If you're just like stuck and you're like, I don't know how to work this business, plug in on Saturday. It's going to be unbelievably valuable. And then Monday, we have the team call with Stacia at 8 p.m. Eastern. And then next Thursday, we will start to dive in to series 1 with Todd Duncan, and myself and the fellow AMMs are just we have a PowerPoint that he gave us. Like, when I tell you it's legitimate business training, it is legitimate business training. So please show up. We have a PowerPoint. We're so excited to share about it and be able to cascade leadership, these like high level business principles down to y'all, because it's going to help you guys win. It's going to help you be more successful. Yes, down to the bones of business training. Exactly. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I love you guys so much. Thank you for being here, and we will see you on Saturday. Bye, y'all.